Thank you for logging on to the TeamCast for the week of Monday, April 12th through Friday the 16th. Hello, I'm Mr. Andrews.
And I'm Miss Worst.
And here's what's happening on our team this week.
Hey, fabulous fifth graders from Pawville and Team Wild Worst. We are looking at the Civil War for the next upcoming week in both ELA and social studies. So we'll be back in our core text and filling out those FPOs. We're going to be looking at some key battles, some key events, and we'll be looking at filling in our timeline on our FPO. Plus, we'll also be looking at what states, what territories were part of the Confederacy and part of the Union. Also, be thinking about what Civil War figure you would like to research and become an expert on. So, we're looking forward to continuing our discussion and our research on the Civil War era, and don't forget about our argument and opinion writing. We'll also continue our pre-assessment on John Brown. Do you think he was a hero, a terrorist, or a fool? All right, we'll see you all next time.
Hello, fifth grade parents and students. This week in math, we're going to be converting measures, and our answers sometimes are going to be named as mixed numbers. So we're going to talk about what that looks like and how to do it on Monday and Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we plan on having our topic e-quiz. This is lessons 13 through 20 in Module 4. And that's a lot of ground, so make sure that you're prepared and you review for that. On Thursday and Friday, we're going to be talking about the product of multiplication problems with decimal numbers and fraction amounts. We're going to compare those products to the actual factors. In science for this coming week, we are still working with the interactions among living things, and we talked about symbiosis and how that means how two organisms or populations work or interact with each other. And we're going to talk about the three ways we have symbiosis. One is mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism. We'll talk about how people affect the food web, and we're going to have our assessment by Friday of this week.
Where is Mr. Andrews? He's in the U.S. He's at a capital. Oh, which one will we learn about this week?
So where in the United States will I be this week? A great big shout out to each of you who came up with the correct state capital and state the last time around. And now for some clues that might help you this time. About 20 years ago, I traveled to this state and I hiked across something called the Western Continental Divide. That's where water flows either towards the Pacific Ocean or to the east to the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful state for hiking. When I went back in 2016, Mrs. Andrews and I went to a baseball game in the capital city at a stadium called Coors Field. When I was there in the capital city, I forgot to take a selfie shot with the Capitol building, but I know someone who did. Sarah Claire Hannum was there recently, and she took a picture with herself and the state capitol and shared it with me. The really neat thing about this particular state capitol is it's in a city nicknamed the Mile High City because it's officially exactly 1 mile above sea level. And the 13th step of this Capitol building is exactly 1 mile above sea level. I think that's a really fascinating fact. Hidden 1,000 feet underneath the surface of this particular state lies the largest untapped oil reserve in the world. There's all kinds of breathtaking scenery in this state as well. Some great national parks. You go there, you might find things like the Rocky Mountain National Park, Mesa Verde National Park, the Great Sand Dunes, dinosaur national monuments, and the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Monument. Of all of the land area of the United States, with an altitude of 10,000 feet or greater, 75% of that land is located in this state. Woo, some high elevation in this state. I hope you've got plenty of clues now. There are many more I could have used, but those are the ones that I think should be able to give it away. Remember, you need to have the state capital and the state's name. And you can post it into the Canvas messages on my Canvas page. Good luck.
Where is Mr. Andrews? He's in the U.S. He's at a capital. Oh, which one will we learn about this week?
Let's all have a great week together.